Tobia, and I'm talking to you outside by a stream. You can see the water running in the back. I wanted to talk about adversity today because it's a subject that, happens to all of us, but we really don't know what to do when it happens. So I want to give you my incentive on what I think it's all about. I want to quote Oprah. She says, "Challenges are gifts that force us to search for a new center of gravity. Don't fight them, just find a new way to stand." So what I want to say is that adversity doesn't happen by accident. It actually happens on purpose. It happens because we are supposed to grow, and sometimes the best way to grow is to have something not unexpected, something we're not crazy about happen to us, and we're supposed to do something about it. We're supposed to grow from it. We're not supposed to get angry and spend our energy wondering why it happened. We're supposed to see what happened, and we're supposed to do something. We're supposed to think about what we can do to turn it into something better. It's a challenge. It's a wake-up call. It's our spirit trying to get us to do something, and it gets our attention when it creates adversity for us. Adversity is never fun to experience. I want to share with you something that happened to me that was a huge wake-up call for me, and I just want to share it with you. A few years ago, I had an idea. I thought it was a good idea at the time to have a financial advisor take a bunch of money and invest it, and so that I could live off of the interest and not really have to do anything other than let the money grow. And I thought it was a pretty cool idea, actually. But it turns out the financial advisor was not honest and wasn't really a very good one. And so our money was put in places that we didn't want them to be in, and we found out, that he was being investigated, and it really was a shock and a surprise, and nothing that I was expecting, because I was planning for the money to grow, not having it, be taken and mismanaged. So it was really, really, really shocking and disappointing. But that night, when I realized what was happening, I knew I had a decision to make. And so I made a decision that night that I wasn't supposed to live off of that money and just coast through my life. That I was meant to dig into myself and find my treasure and express it and use it and do something with my life. That I still had many, many, many years left to go if all went well. And that I was here to do something so much more with my life than let somebody manage money that I already had. And so my plan, which seemed like a really great idea at the time, ended up being, a pretty bad idea, actually. And so it changed me. It made me build some character. It made me realize that I'm responsible for my finances. It made me realize that there's so much more that I'm here to do than that, and that we all have a gift to give, and that we are here to find it. And the universe has an interesting way of creating things to get our attention. For some people, they have a lot of chronic illness, and it's a sign that perhaps they're not doing what they should be doing with their life, and they should really look at their lives and see if they're being fulfilled. And if not, perhaps they should try to be fulfilled, and perhaps some of that pain and that chronic pain might disappear. I'm not saying it's always, that case, but definitely there are signs that we're given, wake-up calls to help us to understand what's happening. And, if we're aware, we can take those signs and use them. I've had many, but I just wanted to share that one with you. And I also wanted to share another quote by Oprah, one more. Everybody has a calling, and your real job in life is to figure out as soon as possible what that is, who you were meant to be, and to begin to honor that in the best way possible for yourself. That says it all, and it says it so well. Oprah certainly has done a lot with her life, and she talks about being your authentic self. And your authentic self comes from a book by Gary Zukav. And he talks about your authentic self is your highest self. It's the self that you express, which is the biggest version of yourself, the one that gets past your fear and stops hiding and actually goes out and does the thing that you were meant to do, your greatest gifts. We all have a winning lottery ticket in all of us, not some, but everyone. And it's hidden and buried somewhere inside of us. And our job is to, first of all, know that there's a winning lottery ticket inside of us, and then look for it. And then the only way to cash in on it, you're going to have to deal with the fear. You'll have to get past that. But once you get past the fear and you take hold of that winning lottery ticket and you use it and you cash in on it, it's worth an absolute fortune. And that's what we're all here to do. We're all here to sit down and ask ourselves, wonder where my winning lottery ticket is, wonder what it is, where it is, and maybe it's time that I look for it. Maybe it's time that I cash in on it, because we all have one. And we don't want to spend our whole life taking up what I call time and space, not really doing anything but existing, and allowing that winning lottery ticket to stay buried in us all the way up until our last breath. And none of us will ever know what that winning lottery ticket would have been. Think about some of your favorite artists, your favorite musicians, your favorite things that you love in this world, and ask yourself, wonder if that person hadn't cashed in on their winning lottery ticket, what would the world be like without them? What would the world be like without the thing that they gave all of us? I can't help but ask myself that and wonder, as long as I live, I want to know what I'm capable of, what I'm here to do, and I inspire and invite all of you to ask yourselves that question, because a very small percent of us are looking for their winning lottery ticket and looking to cash in on it. Just a few. Out of all the billions of people in this world, only a few of us are trying. We're all told when we're little that we have, this great gifts, and that we are meant to find them, and we are meant to share them, and we can do anything we want. We were all told that. But so few of us actually do. So I challenge all of you, sit down with yourself, ask yourself what you think your special gift is, and sit down and try to figure out a way, even if it's part-time, a way to go about honoring that gift and sharing it and expressing it. And this is Fran Tobia from Vermont. Take care and have a wonderful day.